The Lowdown. It's all brought to you by Pickdawgz.com. Appreciate you guys checking this out and watching. Yeah, I got my new glasses, so I can just leave them on instead of doing the old flip. I'll probably still do that, but and if I'm talking a little weird, I just got out of the dentist chair, so I feel like I'm talking out of the left side of my mouth. My apologies for that. Where do I want to start? Well, let's just do the blocking and tackling, get it out of the way. Click the like and subscribe button, guys. We do appreciate that. That helps us out. And if you click the notification button, let you know every time one of these gets posted. I did have a losing day yesterday, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, did I have a bad beat, at least in my mind. And maybe you guys feel the same way. I gave out 3 free props with my Dodgers play yesterday, my baseball play. I went 2-1 in the props. The one I lost was Yamamoto under Ks, under 6.5 Ks. He had 6. He struck out the last batter of a complete game. Oh, man. Usually when you're wearing down, you're getting all these little dinks and dunks or whatever. Here off the bat, okay, here, 3 out there. They left him in, let him get his complete game, and he got a strikeout in the last batter. Some bitch. Well, I missed on both college football games, and, my 2 losses that I gave out a triple play, and I went 1-2 in the triple play, and I lost it. And I'm sorry, guys. I lost in one of the college football games, just a bad call by me. But the Calgary under, this is what hockey does to you sometimes. 3-2, 7 seconds left to go. Empty netter. Goes over the total. So I'm sure we'll win a few that way too. But God, it sucks when you're watching it. It just sucks. But if you guys want to join the Inner Circle, definitely check that out, the Concrete Inner Circle. Text Inner Circle to the number that you see there, and you can talk to somebody about it. It's a little bit more high price, guys. It's a rated system. I did lose yesterday as my top play did not hit the over in the Arkansas State game, as that was just a snail's just brutal watching that. But it was my first losing day on there, and I think like 6 or 7. So it's been really good. Saw a bunch of people signing up, buying packages, year-long, season-long. So thank you, guys. It's putting in the work, and hopefully we're going to see the results from it. And it's been good so far. Baseball playoffs, hit another one yesterday. Football, the NFL's been great. I had my best college football week last week, I think, overall, when you count the weekdays and everything else. But yeah, so it's just been good. And we'll keep this thing rolling. Not worried about the loss that we had on yesterday, but I do want to tell you what I was looking at today, and there wasn't much, but I did love the Toronto-Seattle under. I was on Jacksonville State over. The more and more I looked at that game, I thought Jacksonville State was the play, but I'd already written up the over, so I stayed with it. I like both, but again, I'm not one I'm just going to pick one or the other usually unless I love it or I'm going to put together some big same-game parlay. I kind of liked UTEP, but I didn't fully pull the trigger on that. Florida, Detroit, and hockey to go over the 5.5. And then I gave out some free props. Shane Bieber over 4.5 Ks. George Kirby over 4.5 Ks. Toronto and Seattle, Nerfy, that's minus 145. And the Mariners under 3.5 runs, minus 120. Been killing it here in the postseason. So let me step off my soapbox and stop patting myself on the back here. But let's get into these games. There's only 3 games to talk about. And there might be another baseball game, but what are we going to do? I can't talk about it until we know what happens tonight, and we don't even have the pitching matchup set. I had one of the pitchers. Let me see if anybody's updated this since I did my work this morning on who the pitcher is going to be for the Brewers, because we're going to start off with Milwaukee at LA. And as you look at it, the Dodgers are minus 180. It's still TBD. I'm assuming it's going to be a bullpen game, guys, but I'm going to write it up as TBD. And maybe Jose Quintana in a bullpen game. But here we go. 7.5 is the total. Whew, man, we have 2 series where the home team went down 0-2 and now they got to go on the road. That's a tough hill to climb back up. I don't know if the Brewers have enough pitching to do it. And the simple fact that the Dodgers can just trot out an ace. They got 4 aces. You can say what you want. They got 4 aces, man. I'm sorry. When you look at Blake Snell and what he's capable of doing, Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow in the next 2 games, Yamamoto just pitched a complete game. Good luck. Good luck to anyone that has to face them. They got healthy at the right time, and it doesn't matter that Dave Roberts doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. That team's still going to win despite him. So, man, I don't like betting big favorites. I'm just wondering if the Dodgers put this baby to bed. Milwaukee's going to have to get the Tyler Glass now and hope that their bullpen holds up, because I'm assuming, again, it's going to be a bullpen game. I'm going to lean towards the over here, and I don't know why just yet. I want to see what the pitching matchup is to be certain on where I'm going to go with this game. So I hate the fact that I'm doing this and I'm not giving you an answer. What I'll do is I'll come back in the morning and tell you what I'm feeling on this game. And it'll probably be a freemium from me. So, I've given out a bunch of free plays and I try to tell you guys when I'm going to be on something. And the difficult part, and I know people say, why do you pick games you don't want to talk about? There's only 3 games. If I scratched that one off and said we couldn't talk about it, then we got 2. But just tell you where my thoughts are on the series. And I think people have been misreading these series all wrong, just expecting all these runs, man. It's pressure. It's ramped up. If you get in any trouble at all, you get pulled. So, Kevin Gossman got pulled early. It does not matter who it is. If you're in trouble and the game's on the line, and especially if you're down 0-2, you could easily get the quick hook there. But I think the Dodgers bats show up. Milwaukee's going to come out and play tough. I'm leaning towards the over right now. I'll tell you what my full play is in the morning. Please do not bet the over until you hear what I like in the morning. All right, let's go to the next game. It's the NFL game. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Pitt is -5, 46.5. Here we go. So Joe Flacco in Cincinnati, second game there. I thought he looked better in the second half, but let's be honest, that was junk time as Green Bay was ahead by a little bit. Joe can clearly get it done. Familiarity with Pittsburgh. And I don't think Pittsburgh's good. I'm sorry. And this isn't a slanted Baltimore fan that hates. I don't hate the Steelers. I can give a rat's ass about them. I actually liked a lot of players that were on that team. But the point is, looking at divisional matchups on a short week, I'm going to take my chances here. And this will be another freemium for me. I like Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati here plus the points, and it makes me feel sick to my stomach that I'm saying that. But I don't think Pittsburgh catching the Browns off of a game to London, off of Steelers bye week, is necessarily showing me who they were, as they did kind of dominate this game, although it took them a while to kind of get going. Cincinnati's defense sucks, but Pittsburgh's got the short week, and you know what? I think Pittsburgh's defense sucks right now. Got to see. Maybe they look better with Jalen Ramsey back. They did look good in that game where Jalen Ramsey was talking about it. Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt in the same game, and he ended up with 2 sacks. So he felt pretty good about himself. But I think Cincy's a live dog. When we look at the total here, at some point, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Flacco, it's going to click, because what Flacco does. So when he was here and he made his Super Bowl run, he threw what I call a lot of 50-50 balls, meaning he trusted his receiver and he would chuck it up even if the guy wasn't open, that he was going to make a play on the ball. And if you guys go back and watch, especially the Denver game, the Mile High Miracle, he was throwing balls to receivers that weren't open, but they were getting themselves open to get the ball. Meaning you got somebody on your hip, he's going to turn and break early on it and jump up and high point it and bring the ball in. Saw Bolden do it a bunch. Flacco's got an incredibly strong arm, even for an old man. I think Cincy's a live dog. I think they could win this game. I am not calling for that. I'll let you know when I'm calling for an outright winner. But give me Cincy plus the points. Moving on to college football. And let me just say this. The side is my favorite play in this on Thursday. And I'm not giving out the side here. I gave out a couple freemiums. Tulsa at ECU. ECU's -17. 54 is the total. Tulsa 2-4. ECU 3-3. Tulsa's signature win, if you want to call it that, was a win over Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State sucks. Tulsa has lost to Tulane, Memphis, Navy, and New Mexico State. East Carolina has beaten Army, Coastal Carolina, and Campbell. They've lost to NC State, Tulane, and BYU. I think we see points here. My free play is going to be on the over. But I do think, all right, so here's how my mind works in this game, looking at the 2 offenses that we have here. One of them has a much, much better passing game. That would be East Carolina. Whereas Tulsa is more manager of the game, please don't make mistakes, and we hope we're in it. If ECU gets a lead, this thing's going to be over quick, because I don't believe there's any way that Tulsa's throwing their way back into this game. Maybe the right play is ECU in the first half, but I'm going to be on the over here as my free play, and you guys can probably tell where I'm leaning on this game, because I just think East Carolina is the better team. I think people got sticker shock at that number for a 3-3 team that hasn't beaten anybody. And I think that's where the questions lie, because they played NC State tough and had a bad fourth quarter. Tulane and BYU, decent teams, I think, when you're looking at it, comparatively speaking, to the conferences. But yeah, I think we're going to see points in this game. Yeah, and I think ECU is the right side of it. So here, I'm giving out free plays left and right. Look at me. What a goober. Yeah, so again, you can lean out. If you guys want the play, it's ECU minus 17 is my favorite play on Thursday. So there you go. I'm not even going to mention the over. I'm just going to put ECU, and anybody that watches this gets another free play. And hopefully it hits. It's been good so far. I don't, keeping track of what's happened on weekdays and weekends and going through this because it's every single day. I do this 365 days a year. Hell, I was in the hospital doing this. I was in Ireland doing it, making sure I get everything up and ready to go. But do appreciate you guys watching this. Sorry, this is a little bit shorter one, but we had 3 games to talk about. We're going to get into more and start looking at this weekend. We got some college games on Friday, potentially 2 baseball games coming up tomorrow. Not potentially. There is 2 games coming up tomorrow. We just don't know what the other pitching matchup is going to be just yet. I do know that Shohei Ohtani is going in Game 4 for the Dodgers, but haven't seen anything listed yet for the other side of it. We got to wait and see what happens with Seattle and Toronto. Whew, yawning. All right, guys. Hope you win some cash. I'll be back tomorrow, and make sure you're checking out in the morning. I'll write what I like in the Dodgers game when I wake up. Appreciate you guys. See you then.